Hello everyone. My name is Geeta and I'm assistant professor in PCG School of Management. Today I'm going to deliver my lecture on the brief management and its five functions. So starting with management. So what is management? Management refers to that process where a manager performs five functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. In simple sense, we can say that management is what a manager does. It is basically an art of getting the work done through others. So we can say that either it is profit-making organization or profit-making organization, or any type of organization, we need management to run all the activities of an organization in an effective or an effective manner. It basically helps a business to organize its various activities on a day-to-day basis. It helps in making your strategy effectively, and it also helps in strategic management and to implement the strategy in any organization and to attain the objectives of an organization. Without management, we can say that any activity is futile, or the productivity is zero without management, because without management we would not be able to describe that who is our superior, who is our subordinate, or reporting relationship that exists in any organization, and the most important thing that we would not be able to attain the objectives of the organization. So basically the main objective of any organization is to create a collegiate environment where each and every persona is giving his 100% to achieve the objective of the organization. So management is required in every type of organization. So it is a continuous process. It is an dynamic activity. It is not a single person job. So management requires group activity, and it need group to perform different types of tasks to complete all the objectives and goals in a desired manner that is desired by your particular organization. So what are the various five functions of management? We also say that these are that this is a process of management, because we cannot overlap the different steps. So it includes planning, after that organizing, after that staffing, after that the directing, and after that controlling. So we will learn these functions one by one. The first one is planning. When we people talk about planning, so planning is deciding in advance. Planning refers to that activity where we decide in advance what to do, when to do, how to do, and by whom it is to be done. Basically, it is a blueprint for the entire organization to run its various activities in a smooth manner. So, here a definition is also, I have mentioned that planning is deciding in advance what to do, when to do, and how to do, and by whom it is to be done. So it helps in bridging the gap that where we are and where we want to be. So basically, standards are laid down in planning process, and on the basis of those standards, the other remaining functions are being performed. So planning is the first function of management, and in the last function, that is controlling, where we match the actual performance with the standards that are laid down in planning. So so it is a future course of actions, and it helps in providing the base for the other functions, that is there is in sequence. The second one is organizing. So what is organizing? So organizing refers to the harmonious adjustment of various activities that is being performed in any organization. So basically, what we people do in organizing, we people first of all identify the activities. So for example, if there are activities that are we think that have to become under your sales, purchase, production, and so on, then we identify those activities, and the second step, we classify those activities, and then we create a department for that particular activities. For example, there is a separate purchase department, there is separate production department, there is separate sales department, there is separate HR department. After that, we provide voting relationships. It helps people to know that who is their superior, who is their colleagues, who is the subordinate of the superiors. It helps in delegation of authority and creation of responsibility. Each and every persona whosoever is working in your organization is aware of their position, of their roles, and the roles that are expected by from them. So it helps organizing helps in in creating different departments, and assigning different activity work to the different personas in order to attain the objective of the organization. After that comes staffing. So staffing, we can say in staffing that there should be a right person at right job at right time and at right position. So staffing is that function where human resources starts entering into an organization. So human resources, we can say, are the most important asset of any organization, because people cannot be able to achieve a single goal of any organization without human resources. As we know that people use different kind of resources in an organization, that is physical resources, information resources, technical resources, but without the interference or without the entrance of human resources, we are not able to achieve any objective of the organization. So in order to attain the objective of the organization, we need supreme human assets in our organization. So as per Kuntis and Donald, manager function of staffing involves managing the organization structure to proper and effective selection, appraisal and development of personnel to fill the roles decided in the structure. So staffing involves what? First of all, the manpower planning. So it helps us to know how much or how many personas are required into your organization. After that, on the basis of that information, people, attract different applicants who applies for the particular post in our organization. Recruitment is a positive process, and then selection is a negative process, because the personas or the applicants who are not fulfilling the eligibility criteria, matching the eligibility criteria, there is a rejection of those aspirants, and then when we select the perfect personas as per the required position, then we place them into in our organization. After placing them, training is provided to them for the particular work and for their all-round development. For example, for executives, they must be all-rounder in any organization. So development is also necessary. After that, remuneration. So remuneration is also paid to the employees, or there are three levels in management, that is top level management, middle level management, lower level management, and on the basis of that level, remuneration is paid to the personas who are working in any in our organization or in any organization. After staffing comes directing. So directing is what? For example, hypothetically saying, if we start doing job in any organization, but if we people are not aware that what our rules are, what our objectives are, what our job position are, we are not aware of anything, then we people would not be able to give our 100%. And direction is necessary. From management point of view, each and everything must be clear to the employees or the working personas in any organization. They must be directed time to time so that they can achieve their work according to their potential, or can achieve the objective of the organization. So directing basically includes four elements, that is supervision, motivation, leadership, and communication. So these are the four elements of directing that I think is very important from any organization point of view. The first one is supervision. So supervision is the work that is being done by a supervisor. They help us to identify, they help to find out the different flaws in your working activities and try to rectify and fix it on that particular time. So supervisor helps in cutting down the deviations in any organization on ongoing work. Then comes motivation. So motivation is what? Motivation refers to that process which motivates person to excel their performance or to give their 100% performance in their organization. In any organization, we basically provide two types of motivation, that is monetary motivation and non-monetary motivation. It could be positive motivation and negative motivation also. Positive motivation in the form of promotion and so on. Negative motivation in the form of demotion. Monetary motivation in the form of different kind of perks, bonuses, etc. And non-monetary motivation in the form of job security, that is containment benefits and so on. So with this way, we can motivate our employees who are working in our organization. Then comes leadership. So I think leadership is that influencing power of a leader, which influences the workforce to work in the desired manner that is desired by the leader. So leader helps, a leader is a very important person who helps his workforce to attain the objectives of the organization. So leader should be, visionary. He should be, uh, we should be versatile, we should be visionary, we should be interpersonal in nature, we should be able to communicate with his or her workforce. So there must be an efficient leader who can easily face the obstacles or remove the obstacles that are being faced by their workforce. And the last is communication. So communication is what? Communication is an art of transferring ideas, opinion, information, experience from one person to another. So if it is, if we say communication in the context of any organization, the communication means what? Communication means that each and every information that is, you think is important from your human resources point of view, and it should be provided to them, then it should be provided to them. There is no communication gap. So communication is what that your working force must be aware of each and everything whatsoever is happening in your organization, and that is important from their point of view to being communicated to them, or each and everything must be clear to your workforce who are working in your organization. So these are the four elements of directing. After that comes controlling. So controlling is what? Controlling is, so as I've been earlier told that there are five functions of management. We have done planning, we have done organizing, we have done directing, we have done staffing, we have done directing, and the last function of management is controlling. So controlling is what? Controlling is a process where we, measure our actual performance with the standards that we people have laid down in planning performance. So measuring our actual performance with the standards that are being laid down in planning process helps in finding the deviations. So deviations are what? Deviations mean there are three types of deviation, that is positive deviations, no deviation, and negative deviations. So whenever people again start, as I've been earlier told that this function is also known as a process of management. So whenever people again start, planning the different kind of activities or making strategy or plan for any organization or for any activity, then we people take this thing into consideration that these deviations do not occur again. So in controlling, people try to find out the deviations and here are actual performance with our standard that is laid down in planning process. And here we compare. So with this, we again start planning process. So these are the five functions of management. So I hope that I am able, or I clear you all the five functions of management. So in crux, I just only want to say that the management is a universal concept that is being followed by each and every organization, either it is hospital, hospitality industry, aviation industry, defense. Either it could be any organization. Management is necessary because in order to attain the objective of the organization, goals of the organization in effective and efficient manner, management is necessary because management help us to fix the roles, rules, and responsibilities in an organization, and it helps to attain the objective of an organization in an effective manner. So with this, thank you.